So we made it to South Korea. Yay! Oh my gosh, what an experience it has been so far. Oh my gosh. Not like regular traveling, not like normal traveling, not like pre-COVID, pre-coronavirus traveling. We were just here in December. It was a piece of cake. We went to the airport, we went to the Airbnb. We were having fun. We were drinking an hour later. This time, no, 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 no. First of all, we had to take a few connection flights in America. We finally got to San Francisco, and let me tell you about the airport in San Francisco. It was deserted, and there was hardly anything open. There was one Japanese place open, and we got some halfway decent food there. But we finally got on the plane. A plane from San Francisco to Seoul. It was about a 13-hour flight, I guess. And when we got to Seoul, it was just surreal. It really was. First of all, we had to walk, of course, from the plane until we get to this line. And it wasn't even a long line. It was just a slow line. There was checkpoint after checkpoint after checkpoint, and each one of these checkpoints has something to do with the COVID virus. Jesus. There's signs everywhere, COVID signs, social distancing signs, just crazy amounts of signs everywhere about this virus. We get to the first station, the first checkpoint. It's hot, okay? We had already been waiting in this first line for probably close to an hour. It is burning up. I think they turned the AC off because they wanted people to have a fever, maybe so they could just send everybody back home. I don't know. But we get up there, we get a questionnaire, really nice lady. She wants to make sure that we're healthy. She took our temperature. We were all fine, of course. I'm a very healthy person, okay? So we get through this first station. The second station, they're going to be sending us to a quarantine facility. They know exactly where we are. They're making us download an app so they can keep track of us, and we have to register our temperature and all of our, how we feel and all this stuff twice a day on the app. They want to make sure we're going to do that, and they want to make sure we know how to do that. They also want to make sure that we have a Korean phone number. I don't have a Korean phone number. Well, so we can use the person's phone number that we're staying with after the quarantine facility. That's fine. We got through that one. Then there's another station where we think we're getting ready to get our passports looked at. No, this is a completely different station. I think just to check and make sure that we went through the previous stations. Finally, we got our passports looked at. We got this little thing. They put us all of this. This has already taken 2.5 to 3 hours. Okay, at this point, if we had gotten there before 7 p.m. Now, mind you, we arrived at 4. It was already a little bit after 7 p.m. at this time. If we had gotten there before 7 p.m., they were going to give us a virus test right then and there, and we were going to have to sit there and wait for the results. Now, I guess it's a rapid test. I don't know, but I've heard crazy stories about some people waiting 3 hours, some people waiting 12 hours for results, just sitting there. We didn't have to do that. Yes. We got tested the next day. I can tell you about that later. Okay. So then we finally get to this other room. And I don't know what. They're asking us the same stuff. It's the same thing. I guess it's a redundancy. Just to make sure no one slips through the cracks. Just to make sure we're well. Just to make sure we don't have any symptoms. Just to make sure we're not there to be bums. Just to make sure we know what we're doing. Alright, finally, we get through this, and we get our bags. They send us to this one area where there's going to be buses. The buses are going to take us to our quarantine facility. That's right, I am in a government-controlled quarantine facility for 14 days. If I wasn't crazy before, I'm getting there, okay? So, of course, the bus, we have to wait for the bus. That was about an hour. We finally get on the road. The drive to the hotel is about an hour. And then we sit on the bus for about an hour because there's a group in front of us at the hotel that's going through the process first. This is not a normal check-in process at a hotel. No, 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 no. We have to download another app. Okay, another app that we have to register our temperature in twice and let us know if we have any symptoms or anything like that. So now I got 2 Korean apps that I have to keep track of every day to let them know that I am well. But on top of that, they come around to the room once a day and take my temperature anyway. So they're keeping tabs on me that way also. And if you don't sit there and put in your information in the app, trust me, they will track you down and they will wonder why the heck you haven't. But the good news is I did get this quarantine certificate, which I am going to put up on my wall one day. Now listen, that's about enough for one video. I'm going to make another video that tells more about the hotel and how it's guarded and how it's government controlled, the food, what they've given us and all that stuff. So stay tuned. That is in the second video.